Often what we see is that a division opponent who you play 2 times a year becomes a marquee rival. Which team was that for you?
There was already a very long and storied history between the two franchises. And then things escalated, simply because of modern technology. The first thing that came up during media availability that week was the back and forth on social media. It seemed as if I had entered into the league's most talked about rivalry overnight. I didn't want to make this a bigger deal than it already was. At the end of the day, the only thing that mattered was my team coming out with a win on Sunday.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Well, Charles, this always contentious division rivalry. I'd say even a little spicier than we're used to. The well-documented war of words on social media between two of the top players on these teams. It has really added a layer of intrigue.
Well, we've never turned down a little extra zest to a game, have we? But you're absolutely right. The social media beef between these two stars, in a lot of ways, ridiculous, maybe even a little bit childish as most people would look at it. But it's also made this game one of the most talked about regular season matchups that you and I can remember. So I don't know that we're complaining. I know we also can't wait to see how it plays out on the field. And that's the thing to remember here. The one with the bragging rights will not be who gets the most likes or dislikes or whatever you want to put on social media, because I'm not as versed on it as I should be. But it really comes down to who wins the game today.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
So holding will scratch off some of that. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A handoff as they run the counter play. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. 34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Another carry.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. with his second touchdown. All right, the offense back out there now. Let's see what they can put together.
All right, now, 230.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20.
Action. Showtime,
And
baby.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And now this offense gets ready to take over the football. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And a juke this time. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
So as we continue to get settled in here, you know, this is obviously division rivalry. And, well, all the coaches and players say it's just another game, Charles. You and I know that that's not really the case. How important is it for them to maintain their composure in this one?
Well, it's extremely important, and I think you really nailed it because in a division game, everything is heightened, okay? So that natural intensity you have to play each and every week, it takes out a little extra when you go up against a division rival. So now, as you pointed out, you got to make sure you maintain your poise while keeping that intensity high.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw here to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance. The offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one, and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught at the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40. Fighting through, and he's got space. He's got daylight. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Steelers offense, they... Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Complete.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
2nd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a Steeler first down.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Roethlisberger's
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 13-yard touchdown run. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Connor on first down going to be stopped up as he'll lose about 3.
Brought down by Khalil.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8.
And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Number 19.
Juju Smith-Schuster, 78. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And hitting Juju on the slant. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 20.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, look at that hurdle, and now some room to run.
Bring it!
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can... So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get...
I thought things were behind us after the win in our first meeting. But when I found out this dude was running his mouth again, calling our win a fluke, I just couldn't believe it. If he wanted a show, I was ready to give him a show. I'd already backed my words up once, so I had no problem saying that I'd do it again.
Today from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson. Jackson on first down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
And oh, he hurdles him and into space. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, the last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Brings up 2nd and
A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 16 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
Well, folks, once again, the fireworks have begun to go off before the teams even entered the stadium for this one. You had some overactive fingers on social media, if you will, and that continued to make this one of the most public and personal feuds in the NFL.
And remember back in the day, if you got your comeuppance from starting something like this, if you talk trash and got beat previously, you didn't talk trash before the next game, but that's not the way of the world in the NFL nowadays. These guys continue to go after each other whether they win or lose. And the social media taunting, that continued this week, and lucky for us, we get a chance to see it play out on the field over the next 4 quarters.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens, nothing. Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson to Boykin, first down, Baltimore. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Jackson's going to look to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
He was looking for Mark Ingram there, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
Ravens 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
3-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Roethlisberger will throw. That's complete right around the 8. That catch good for only a couple. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Pick up the 2.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Recovered by the Steelers.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And some strong running. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
30-yard line.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Roethlisberger being chased out left. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all...
Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away.
Down the numbers. There he goes. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 71 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Airborne. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards.
From the gun, Jack into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. His throw incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Third down and 5 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Shrugs off another. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator,
a big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 63 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And here we are almost... After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 8 yards.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Washington. That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply cover.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 36-yard line.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
The running back.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And some room to roam now.
They're not even trying to do
they're
anything.
going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work.
Can anyone get him?
What a move. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their move.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the